Yeah. Only imagine. Yeah, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. How's everybody doing? Welcome back again, one more again, to my worthless 2 cents. Your approval is not needed. It's me, a Louisiana country boy, coming at you again. Oh man, it is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. I was that song hit me, so I just wanted to play a little bit of it. I can only imagine. Um, I want to give a shout out to all the wonderful people out there, all the wonderful people that have watched, liked the videos. I pray that I can continue to share with you. I pray that these seeds that I'm throwing out there land upon good, fertile ground. If it's your ground, it will land upon it. If it ain't, then don't worry about it. I'm just sowing. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm faithful in this, and I'm gonna keep on and doing it until I can't do it no more. I'm coming at you this evening. I want to recognize, first of all, a lot of the entrepreneurs who are out there who are making it, who are out there doing their thing, who are out there doing it the right way, who are blood, sweat, tears, and prayers. I want to say, I tip my hat to you. If there's anybody out there that I can help as far as on this forum that I have here to give you a shout out, just drop me a note, drop me a line, drop me a call, drop me a text, drop me a message. Uh, drop me an email, whatever you want to do. Just hit me up. I'll be more than happy to recognize you because I'm proud of what you're doing. Continue on, no matter how hard it gets. Just continue on. If it's your vision that has been planted within you, just keep on doing it. Keep on going for it. Don't let nobody tell you you can't. Um, so I'm gonna get on to my worthless 2 cents. But I got to say tonight, I told you that this, and I say every time I come on here, this is about transparency. This is about real. It's about me. This is about things I've gone through. The reason I try to share it is because I've gone through it. I have been blessed, tremendously blessed to have faced some things, and I didn't face them alone. I faced them with the man upstairs. If it wasn't for him, then I wouldn't be. I shared something with a friend earlier today. Some people said, I should have been dead. Let me tell you something. I would never say that because if you should have been, you would have been because we don't have no control over that. So if we still here, it's because there's a reason, there's a purpose for us to still be here. So if you don't know what your purpose is, you need to find out what he's got you here for. It ain't for nothing. It ain't to just take up some space. I guarantee you that. It's something. It's to be a leaf. It's to be a branch. It's to be a root. It's to be something. So find out what that purpose is and go about doing that. Get on about that business of that. I wrote a few things down. I actually, to start all this off, I had wrote out a list of things that I wanted to discuss uh, through all these segments. Long list, 56 years of listing of things I wanted to share. Uh, and the one that hit me today was about love. Um, love is one of them things. Some people think that love is supposed to be giddy, giddy, happy, happy, always up, always down. But that's not really love. Love bears all things. Not getting too deep into scripture, but that's if we look at it, that's what it says. Love bears all things. You know, when we talk about love, love doesn't mean that every day is going to be a sunny day. It just means that every day is a day, and we have to make a choice how we're going to go about it. We can go about that day in love. We can go about that day having a good attitude, being positive, being uplifting to ourselves and to others. That's how we can go about it. Love. Love don't mean holding no grudge. It's not love. Love don't mean that you did something to me 10 years ago, so I still remember. That's not love. Love is forgiving. Love doesn't keep account, have a record of things. We got this crazy thing. Love ain't about no daggum flowers. Love ain't about no none of that. That's not love. It's love is something that's genuine that comes from within that we give to one another. No matter what has happened, we still continue to give it. Um, we still continue to love. Love don't mean I gotta be in your presence. Love means that I'm gonna still be good. Not because of who you are, but because of who I am and whose I am. That's love. Love is remembering that no matter how hard it gets, it could get harder. Love is remembering that biblically speaking, that was a man who suffered and died for us. Love, love. We got to be open and honest. And, talking about myself and love, it took me a long time to understand that. It took me a long time to get to that. I'm not saying I'm perfect in no way, no shape, no form, no how. And that's my worthless 2 cents. Your approval is not needed. What I'm saying is that I have matured and I've learned and I've grown. I've grown into an understanding what love is and how deep it is and the roots. Just because somebody is, what is it? Just because somebody is on your side don't mean that they're in your corner. Or just because somebody's in your corner don't mean that they're on your side. I'm sorry, I said it wrong. Just because they're in your corner don't mean that they're on your side because they could be in your corner holding that white towel ready to throw it in the ring at the first sign of trouble. That don't mean that they're on your side. It just means that they're in your corner. You could have the wrong people in your corner. Um, that don't mean that they love you. That's not what it means. We have to be willing and open to understand that just because two people, three people, four people don't agree on something, disagreeing on something don't mean you don't love nobody no more. Stop the foolishness. Stop the craziness. It's so much deeper. It is so much deeper. We have to be willing to love, we have to come together and love people all over this world. Every single day, every second, we all have made mistakes. That's the crazy thing. People stop loving people, or I'm sorry, people say that they stop loving people because of mistakes or because of things that have happened. I've had the same thing happen to me. Like, man, well, how can you stop? How can you stop something internal? How can you stop it? I don't get it. It baffles me. It behooves me. Behooves, that's my new word. Behooves. It behooves me to understand that. How can you stop loving somebody? Relationship, well, I just don't love them anymore. How can you stop? How? Let me ask this question. How is it possible to stop loving somebody who's here? But I often hear people who say, I still love somebody who's passed on. How's that possible? How can you not love your neighbor whom you can see, but you say you love a God that you can't? How is that possible? Just asking. My worthless 2 cents. It's just my rambling thoughts. I don't know if it affects anybody. So it's just the seeds I'm throwing out there that we have to understand. First, I guess it is that it takes an internal look at ourselves. took me looking internally first and foremost. Because before I can look at somebody and say, I don't love them, I have to look at myself and say, what part of me don't I love? Because something offends me means I don't love it or I don't love them. Because this action offended me, is my love not greater than the offense? I'm not saying that that means that something happens and you forgive automatically or you get past it. But what we have to understand is that there's power. There's so much power in the words that we speak. We literally speak things into existence. Love. We have to learn how to love one another, regardless of whether our opinions and our views are different. That's okay. That's what we're made of. Everybody's not going to see things the same way. In saying that, there are people who have grown up household, in the same household, same set of parents, and they don't agree. But the love is not lost. So how can you say that someone outside is supposed to understand and love you? Before you can do that, you have to be willing to open yourself up and be very vulnerable. And maybe that's it, is that we don't want to open ourselves up and be vulnerable because we know that there's some ugliness inside of us that if we open ourselves up, some people ain't going to like some things about us because we don't like them ourselves. But we are mistaken because there are some people who can say, you know what, I got ugly inside of me, so I know you ain't all pretty. But what I know that I can do is love you past that. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Maybe there's a fear of rejection or fear of somebody seeing something that we don't want to show. We ain't all great. None of us are. We ain't all perfect. None of us are. But what we all are is one people who need each other. You can say, I don't need nobody, you lie. We all need somebody to encourage us, to love us. Unconditional love means there's no strings on it. There's no, well, if you do this, then well, you didn't do this. So, no, that's not how love works. It's unconditional. It's that agape love, what a lot of us have not experienced. And when we do experience it, we think that there's something wrong with the person who's trying to give it because we can't give it. So, me personally, I will tell a little story about me. It was very, very hard for me. I've always been a giving person because I had a complex about myself. When someone would give me something, it was hard for me to receive it because I didn't know how. Because I was like, I don't know how to receive. I didn't even know how to receive love. I could give it out, but was I truly giving it out? What I was doing was putting up this facade because I didn't want anybody to see the ugliness inside of me or what I thought was ugly inside of me, or the things that I hadn't come to terms with inside of me until I had to take a close look in the mirror and understand me and understand, like, you know what? You got some imperfections. Quit trying to act like you perfect. Quit trying to act like you're something that you ain't. You scratched up, beat up, and tore up from the flow up. And it's okay because when you can do that, when I was able to do that, not only was I able to truly give the love, I can now receive it. No barriers, no holes, no nothing. So I say to you, let's learn how to love. Let's learn what the trueness of love is. And let's love one another. Let's love one another. As what was that? Let's love the hell out of one another. Let's just do it. Let's love the hell out of one another. That's what we're gonna do. Starting this day, everybody you meet, love the hell out of them. And that's my worthless 2 cents. Your approval is not needed.